Hi everybody, Mopsy here, and today I'm going to show how you can make some labels for your items that you're making, your handmade, homemade, embroidered items, etc. And for all my friends in the Auto Punch group, I'm taking this to the extreme on size, and I'm hoping you can open up your thinking to see the possibilities. You getting to know how I work by now, but so here goes. I'm going to start with a um, new hoop, and I'm going to go straight to select a small hoop for this. I don't need a large hoop, and I'm going to go to my TrueType fonts, my TTF, click next, and I want to put, let's say, made with love by Mopsy. That's all I'm going to do for this one. And this is where um, where you need to be really well, not just careful, but there are certain fonts that will lend themselves for labels, and there's some that are just too fussy and too thick and heavy. Bearing in mind we're talking now about what they call tiny fonts or micro fonts, because you want to get a lot of text on a very small area. And I have found one on my computer called Cordia, and Cordia regular. If you look at that, it's very plain, it's very simple. I think it came with the Singer Futura fonts and frames, but I'm not sure. I did check online. It is available as a free download as a TTF font. So there you go, Cordia, Cordia, Cordia New, and I'm selecting the um, regular size for this. So say OK, next, and for this I'm going to select a column stitch, and I'm going to finish there. And there we have it on screen. Obviously way too large for what we want. So here we come in height. I'm going to aim to get both of these lines of text within half an inch in height. So I'm going to go right down to 2, and I'm going to drag this across to the side just so I can see that's still a little bit big. If you look, here is an inch, that's a half inch, this point here, so it's still a little bit large. So I'm going to change that to 1 and see what happens. I've made it smaller. Now I need to close the gap up between the two lines. I need to I'm giving hand signals here, which of course you can't see. I need to shrink it up, and I don't want to drag it up. So what I'm going to do is right mouse click to get my advanced spacing options. And here you have, or you can change the height for each individual character if you want. But this is what I want to change here. The space between the two is on 0.18 at the moment. I'm going to try it on just 0.1, and I think that's a bit better. Let's drag it across and have a look. Yeah, now if you look over here, I don't know if you can see what I'm saying, but there's 0, my center, there's 1 inch, and if I bring that down a little bit, you can see I've got both lines now within half an inch of height. So that looks pretty okay to me. I've got the spacing here is set on 8. That was the last thing that I used. I'm going to come up into my embroidery settings, and I'm going to come up here to the preset fabrics. I'm coming down to letters, and I'm going to be stitching this onto a 7/8 of an inch Grosgrain. I'll show you that in a moment. So I want micro letters on a stable fabric. It's not a knit stretchy fabric, it's on the stable one. So I'm going to click OK for that. That's changed my density to 5 and it's taken off the underlays, but I do want to have a running stitch outline. I've played around with this and I've just how can I put it? I just prefer to have the running stitch outline. And let's come in for the colour. I want it the same colour as this up here, so I'm going to click that and say OK. I'm going to apply that, and now I'm going to stitch it. Close my box, view realistic view, and zoom in a little bit. Oops, wrong way. Let's go to 300 to see what we've got here. And as you can see, this top and bottom, it's within the half an inch. So I think that's pretty much what I'm after. So I need to center the design, and you can see there it's centered it. And at this point I would send it to the machine. Obviously I can't show that on the screen here, but what I can show is the end result when I stitched it out. The one that I did, it was I was a little bit below center, but you can see on this is the ribbon that I used. It's a Decorating Craft 100% polyester. If I come down, I can show you the back of that. There you go. It's 7/8 of an inch, and as I say, I got it from Walmart, and there you can see how it's stitched out. A couple of other things that come here now. What I did is I put a medium weight tearaway in the hoop with a light spray of adhesive. I used the June Taylor's quilt basting spray. What I also did to stabilize the ribbon a little bit more, I put a small strip of no-show poly iron on the back there. You obviously can't see it on this, but I found the ribbon actually stitches quite good, something like this. But it when you get a more dense design, then you definitely need to support it. So I hooped the tape on just about on the center line. I didn't bother too carefully to do this, and I pressed it down well onto the spray adhesive on the hoop there, and losing him off the screen now. And this was after it came off the machine there, and you can see the whole thing is less than half an inch. And I don't think you'd even need to go that small. As I said, I was taking this to the extreme just to show you the possibilities. You could make these letters a lot larger and a lot clearer by choosing a larger size. Obviously, I just wanted this to show what was possible with the Singer Futura software. So so there we go. Hope this helps. Bye.